So let's talk about Johnny's sexuality. What does this mean? Is Johnny gay? No. Johnny doesn't have a word for this. Okay. Friends is like the safe word. That's the word that, like, I mean, it's also pretty accurate. They're not boyfriends, you know, but they're not just friends. They're more than friends. That's pretty darn obvious. This is not the same friendship he has with Peter Parker. Like, let's be real right now. Look, this is not the same friendship he has with Pete at all. Look, it's obvious. Issue. Let's go back to issue. Let's go back to issue 2. Let's go back to issue 2 for reasons. Look, this is not the same. My lioness. Oh shit. Is it? What is this bullshit? Oh, I'm sorry. It's issue 1. Oh shit. It's issue 1. Let's go back here. This is not the same friendship he has. The birds are out now. They're loud now. This is not the same friendship he has with Johnny does not have the same friendship with Doc he has with Peter. Look. The fray, this bullshit, dude. This right here. Look. This is flirting. Johnny does not talk to Peter like this. This is flirting. He's calling up DAKEN, trying to make him laugh, trying to make him giddy, you know. This is, oh, John, this is flirty. And DAKEN's so flirty. You know, he be flirting with everyone he freaking talks to. Like, there's nothing casual about this freaking. He's flirting, too. Oh, Johnny. What I have done? Oh, Johnny. This is all flirty BS. Johnny does not talk to Peter like this. It starts off normal. Hey, I'm fine, and you? Like, so casual. And then a flirt. Funny man. Like, Johnny's telling him funny stuff. This is flirty stuff. This is not how Johnny is with Peter Parker at all. Like, you know that. This is not that. Let's get back to the other one. Right here. Absolutely not. You know, and look. I don't think that will be. Johnny's not getting over this, is what we're saying. When he thinks Doc is dead, that means he's not getting over this. She knows it. He's hoping he will. He's like, just give it time. You know? He's hoping he'll get over it. She's saying he will not get over it. And Ben, too. Burn it off, kid. It'll get easier. He knows that this ain't going away anytime soon. This is something that genuinely will affect him. Same way, if something happened to Peter Parker, this will affect Johnny for the rest of his life. Right? The same way how when Johnny died, it affected Peter Parker. And it would affect Peter Parker for the rest of his life. You know? But, I mean, let's be real. Is Johnny gay? What is this? Johnny's beyond labels. Labels is not his thing. Okay? He doesn't need to come out to the world and be like, hey world, I'm straight. You know? His reputation does a lot of heavy lifting, you know, with all the women he's with. Everyone just assumes, and he's fine with that. He wants you to assume things. That's his mask. DAKEN has a mask. Johnny has a mask too, you know. Johnny doesn't put himself in a box, okay? The human, okay, half of him is put in a box, okay? One half of him, he's just kind of like Spider-Man a little bit, but not really, just a little bit, you know? But one half of him is in a box. The Human Torch is pretty boxed up pretty neatly, you know? That's his world of responsibility, you know? The Human Torch, that's the world of heroics. That side of him can't be touched. It's a hero and it's nothing else. He can never be a villain, nothing else. That's the way it is, okay? That's permanency. But Johnny Storm, that will never be put in a box, okay? Let's look at the way that, like, let's go to Let's look at Millar's run. This is why Johnny Storm. That's why Johnny Storm is always trying to define himself outside of the Human Torch, because the Human Torch is the box. But Johnny Storm doesn't want to be in the box. He doesn't want to be in the box with, you know, even with his sexuality, okay? But, you know, here's the example, you know, of him not really wanting to be in the box. You know, this is the reason why he will, you know, fall into a Hollywood aspect of himself, right? This is why you see him going into the race car driving. This is why you see him doing music. You know, this is why you always see him trying to be something outside of the team in a way, you know, because the Human Torch is a nice little boxed up thing. He feels a little trapped on that side, you know, but the Johnny Storm of himself, he doesn't want that side to be trapped, okay? Let's look at that. My shit. Where am I? Okay, look. Bitches. Let's go to Millar's run. I actually really like Millar's run. 554. Is she charging? Good. 554. This is Millar's run. Who is Mr. Fantastic? I really like this run. This is the run where he meets DAKEN. You see the costumes. This is it. This is the DAKEN era. They're doing some bullshit. This is Johnny. Making fun of Ben. He's very much the youngest member, still always trying to branch out, become something outside of this. He doesn't want Johnny Storm in a nice little box. The Human Torch could be boxed up, but Johnny Storm needs freedom. Okay, he's talking here. He's saying... he's talking to say what's with the removal guys, Johnny boy? I thought you wasn't going out west to be a stuntman no more. Johnny's always like trying to do a million things in Hollywood. He's trying to discover himself in the only way he can within the world of fame. He's like, yeah, weren't you starting some kind of ladies' underwear company, Uncle Johnny? It's like, that was 2 entire weeks ago, Franklin. Like, get with the times, little buddy. I just decided it was time to grow up and get serious, so I'm gonna form the world's biggest rock band instead. This is Johnny Storm moving into the world of music. This is the first time you see it. The second time is in Fraction's run. You know? And no. Okay. In Fraction's run, he ends up dating a pop star. Okay? So we can only assume that he met her during his world of music. Music is something Johnny actually hasn't given up yet. He really does like this. We don't see much of it. Okay, but here's the first time he tries to like get into music. The second time is in Fraction's run, right? He ends up dating a pop star because he's in the world of music. And then lastly, he was in Robinson's run. Right before Secret Wars. He was going on tour with his music. Storm Warning! That was his album. So, he's saying, well, we can't live off your copyrights forever, Reed. Not when the music industry can make me a gazillion dollars. Have you any idea how rich these guys are? But don't rock stars have to sing or play musical instruments? Dan Slott already confirmed that Johnny has a really good voice. He ain't fake in this department. He's like, well, look at you being all funny. I bought a loft over by the Flatiron building. We're going to wire the place up for a reality TV show. Okay, so Johnny's got another apartment. This first showed up in Burns' run, where Johnny was trying to get his own little life. Right? This is Johnny not wanting to box himself up as the Human Torch, even with them. You know? So this is the second time you see Johnny has his own little loft. First time was in Burns' run. He's trying to have his own little life. He got his own little place. And then he starts doing reality TV shows. This was like the mid to late 2000s. Reality TV shows was all the rage. You know, and music. You know, that's how come he's in everything. Johnny's really trying here. Ooh, look at Sue's leg. It's like, now, if you excuse me. So now he has his manager, PR, you know. Johnny's trying to branch out of them. He's the youngest member. So it makes sense, you know. I like this run. That's that Debbie. Ben ends up getting a girlfriend. No, that's Reed's bitch. His friends from college. Before he met Sue. I really like Millar's run. Let's not lose the plot too much. Okay, no, wait. Actually, it's still a little relevant. So, let's read bullshit. Let's get back to Johnny, since it's all about him. Where this shit at? Ben. I like Millar's run. This is Johnny waking up in his little loft, his new pad. He's like, oh, he got the pizza. Is that Ray's pizza? There he is with his TV. He loves TV. He would love streaming services. I know Johnny, he probably got on that streaming service. This is his rock band. He's so like, his life is so easy. He just forgot all about rehearsal. He's like, I'm so sorry. Just left the building. Should be there in 5 or 6 minutes. He's so Jace. No, he's like, you're lying, Johnny. I could be on a cell phone. He's like, oh my God, Reed did stuff. Holy shit. This is when he meets this girl. Actually, I'm not really a crime fighter. That's true. He's kind of cute here. He's not really a crime fighter. Him and Spider-Man have that separation too. Where Johnny's more, this petty shit is not him. His powers were also too much for this kind of world. Crime fighting, like, he's not really a hands-on kind of guy. Shut up, Johnny. I know what you are. She was coming off as, like, a villain a little bit. Something, lady? I never met a hot chick I didn't like before. But you might just... This? I know what's happening. She stole some diamond shipment. She's kind of like a burglar. She's a hot burglar. Johnny was into this. And then this. Oh my God. He was into this. Look at him. This is what I tell you. He'd be too damn horny for his own good. And this, yes, dong, bitch. She's like, even more gorgeous than you look on TV. He's like, I know. They end up having sex in there. You see them. Oh my God. Having sex. This is so Johnny. This is why the DAKEN stuff also makes sense. You'll see. Because even though she's a burglar, she's kind of evil. Even with her, he kind of sees that, she can do better. Like, that stuff, like, doesn't... Like, if somebody has a bad past, that doesn't affect Johnny and how he views you. Sometimes in his mind, he thinks himself as a shitty person. So if you are a shitty person, he actually feels a little bit more comfortable around you. Look, you'll see. Here he is. He has all these people in his house for the video. Look, Guitar Hero's back. Spidey Torch. He has all these people in his house as a reality TV show. It's like, that's awesome, pal, but who the hell are you? I don't even know who's in his damn house. Like, your production show. And he's like, oh, shit. Forgot about that. He just wakes up with people in his pad. This is so 2000. That's why I like it. So, this was the era. God, unless you lived it, then you know what I'm talking about. This was so it. I had a demo tapes from half of the Avengers, He's like, Johnny, take your musical career a little more seriously. He's always trying to find himself outside of this. This is why DAKEN appeals to him, Johnny feels very lost in life. He's always trying to, from any direction, trying to find something. All he knows is fame. So he tries to find something in fame where it's kind of like, oh, this is the part of the celebrity where I make sense, The music part or the acting part, or the race car driving part. Like, none of these things, they're all just temporary things for him because he doesn't know what he wants. He feels lost. That's how come when he sees DAKEN and DAKEN 2 is like, I don't know who I am. I'm trying to find out. And he's like, yeah, me too, buddy. Me too. Peter Parker is not like this. Peter Parker is not lost in life. Peter Parker, he's very goal-oriented. Or at least he would be if Spider-Man wasn't getting in the way. But Johnny, he has everything. He has nothing getting in his way. He has money. He has fame. He could do anything he wants. And yet, He just doesn't know what he wants. That's the problem. He goes more towards the superficial things and stuff. He doesn't want them putting the stuff in his room. No, you're not hooking those shit up in my room, are you? He's like, nah, bedrooms are off limits. Gotta leave you guys some kind of dignity. He's like, good, I'll be banging up in there. Got my own cameras in there. You watch that shit. He goes upstairs. Lucky for you. And he's like, Psionics, please. You gotta swear you won't tell a soul about this. This is exactly like DAKEN. It's like a dirty little secret. You see what I'm talking about? This is right around the same time. They're not making this shit up. This is exactly like DAKEN. This is like, it's like a secret. Like, don't tell nobody. You know? By the way, she's wearing a thong. So he's getting the full ass cheeks right here. You know, he thinks that she's hot. She's like, about what? How you ended up sleeping with a super baddie instead of throwing her? This is just like DAKEN. You know, this is just like DAKEN. You don't worry, baby. Secret's safe with me. He's like, he caught that ass. He's like, wait, where are you going? Burke, what do you think? Superheroes aren't the only ones with secret identities. She's like, chill out, hot stuff. We'll call you. I don't know. She's not that hot to me, but he found her hot. He's a little stank, too, in this book, so they both stank. Let's keep going. Bunch of bullshit. 56. There's a little more. It's almost over, I think, with his story. I'm not going to go through all of it. Just want to show you the J-Storm parts. With the girl. Holy shit, where is it? It's supposed to be the president. Stop it up there. So annoying. This is the bitch. Wait, oh, that's Reed's girl? Why does it look like the other girl? What's going on? Because I love her, Alyssa. This is that bitch. I like this story. Reed. The artwork could be a little better. Now Johnny's coming home. Hey there, superhero. Holy shit! I've been a naughty girl and robbed another bank. Does that mean you'll have to handcuff me? Look at her looking all nudity. He's liking that shit. He's like, oh shit. See his CDs and stuff. Look at his guitar. I told you. Johnny Storm likes, you know, he has interests that aren't like, you don't have to pay attention to know like what he's into. Because it's mostly just like drawn in the background. It's not like Johnny's like ranting and raving on page like, oh my god, I play guitar. But you see him and like he was leaving the Fantastic Four building during the Falco's run, and he had the guitar in his back. So like, oh, Johnny plays guitar. It's like, there it is. It was very early on that like Johnny has interest in music. You know. I hope so. He's like, oh god, how can something so wrong feel so right? This is exactly how he feels about DAKEN when he. You can say whatever you want. They was banging a little. This is exactly the thought process that goes between Johnny's head. This is it. How can he knows when something's like, ooh, he just goes with feelings. He just wants to have sex. Sucks. Okay, let's see. At some point, Johnny comes to his senses with this bitch. I think it's coming to an end. Well, at least that part. Hurry up. Where's the J-Storm? Oh my god. Okay, here he is. He's doing his rehearsal for his band. Johnny has a band. Hey, babe, what are you doing here? She's like, my boss was sick, so I gotta wait early. You seen the papers yet, Johnny? He don't give a shit. He's like, ugh, don't remind me. All he's been talking about is Dr. Doom, this kidnapping thing. God, the guy tries to kill us every other week, so pardon me for not exactly going to peace. He don't give a shit. Get down from there. He's freaking bird, dude. He don't give a shit. She's like, come back to the back room. I Oh, shit. Oh, her name is Cindy. Stolen. I just Cindy Moon. He likes Cindy Moon, too. Which is funny, because Cindy Moon also liked Peter. No, silly. I meant page 11 in this string of armed robberies. She's trying to turn him on with her bullshit. Oh, Cindy, you did it! 3 banks in a single night! But I'm not sure about this picture in the DB. You think I look fine? Or is it just the way my costume's folding? He's like, shut your ass up, bitch. Listen, babe, we need to talk. He don't want to deal with this bullshit. She's causing too much problems in his life right now. You know, at least DAKEN didn't stick around with his bullshit. He would come in, bang, and leave. This bitch is coming in, wanting attention. Like, this is one thing about Johnny. He wants attention. Don't be coming in here trying to get attention. He wants the attention. Shit, dumbass. He's like, your place of mine. He's like, no, seriously. We need to actually talk. He's like, it's not that I don't like you, because I do. You're hot and you're funny and you're a monster in the boudoir. He be liking sex. That means that she's a monster in bed. Holy shit. He's crazy. He be liking that. That's why I know him and DAKEN were banging. Look at this. Look at him and this woman. That's what he wants from her. But now she's making him think too hard. Because now he started to want... This I told you, Johnny, and thinking. When it was just them banging, you don't got to think. But now she's doing bullshit and he's like, oh shit, this isn't what superheroes are supposed to get involved with. Oh shit. He's like, but this whole evil supervillain thing really puts me in an awkward situation. Like, she's like, I thought you found it hot. She's stupid, this bitch. Like, oh shit. He's like, Johnny's back there with his girlfriend arguing. It's like, what's the matter, Johnny? Were we they'll can your recording contract? She's being a bitch now. He's like, no, it's not that. Well, it's a little of that. He really wants this shit to work. See, image is everything to him. And this looks bad. Image does matter, okay? Image does matter. This is why he did not want it announced when him and Alicia got annulled. Image still matters. They're celebrities. Image matters, okay? This is why him and DAKEN can never be like, oh my god, we're going public. Because image matters. Look, he can't even be with this bitch because of image. He's like, it's a little of that. But the main thing is I'm supposed to be a superhero. One of the good guys, bitch. Like, no, I'm not exactly Captain America, but doing what I do really means a lot to me. I'm turning a blind eye to all these banks you keep robbing. Oh no, it's not cool. So what are you going to do? Toss me in jail now that you've had your fun? Like, what if it sucks? He's like, duh, bitch. He's like, no, of course not, babe. What I'm saying is, maybe we shouldn't see each other anymore. Maybe you should think about stopping before you do end up in jail. She's a bitch. Being a superhero is what matters most to him in life. Oh my god, why is his eyes green? That's wrong. Being a superhero is what matters so much to him in life. He loves, of all the Fantastic Four, more than any other superhero in the Marvel Universe, Johnny Storm loves being a superhero. He loves being the Human Torch. Like, he loves it. He's in love with nothing more than being the Human Torch. That's his purpose in life. That's why he exists. But he can't be the Human Torch without the Fantastic Four. That's his problem. She's a bitch. Let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered why I need this cash? Have you ever stopped to consider what I'm actually funding here? She should just open an OnlyFans, this bitch. I'm not sure. He's like, I'm not sure I follow. This a drug thing? He's like, this bitch. He's like, this bitch. He wouldn't be surprised if, like, he don't give a shit about her. He's, like, not offering her rehab. He don't give a shit. He's like, he just had his way with her. And he's like, you were fun, bitch. But get out. This is the same way he was with Darla. She had pink hair. He don't give a shit about these things. This is what I'm talking about. He doesn't care about emotional connection at this point in his life. So when DAKEN came to him, it was at like such a perfect point in his life where he wasn't even expecting it. That was like electricity. That's why Johnny was so entranced, because look, he's not finding that anywhere, not with this bitch either. He just wants sex from her. It's a drug thing. He don't care. He don't care about this bitch. No, Johnny, this is not a drug thing. And before you ask, it's not for shopping trips either. God, my dad was right when he said you were a total idiot. He's like, wait, what are you talking about? Cindy, come back. She leaves. He has the power to flame on. He don't give a shit. He ain't following her for a reason. He don't give a shit about her. He's like, oh shit, I'm gonna find someone else to... This one he called DAKEN. He called DAKEN. He had no one to bang that night. Okay, this is just bull. Turned out she was having... She didn't belong to this planet. She didn't belong here, I don't think. Let's see. He was done with... Oh, this was funny, too. He had fans waiting for him for 40 minutes, and he's not there. Even Ben was waiting. I think Johnny's supposed to be playing that day. Ben was always his greatest supporter, to be honest. Ben's his best friend. Ben's his brother. Ben loves Johnny so much. So much love that's been lost and forgotten. Ben loves him. There's so much love. Johnny loves him. That's my problem with modern books. It's not on the page anymore. And he loves him so much. And Johnny loves him so much. And it's hard to see. Jeez. Here goes Johnny. Typical car. Flame 1. He's in New York. So typical. Johnny and DAKEN are very much the same in this way. This is in one of those other books. DAKEN had a car just like this. DAKEN likes pretty stuff. This is why DAKEN was attracted to Johnny too. Johnny has a whole world that DAKEN is like attracted to. You know why? Because this is a world that you can hide behind. Look at that. It's so flashy and shiny. That's Johnny's Storm in a nutshell. You know, everything's so shiny on the surface. You almost don't know what's underneath. He gets lost underneath. You know, that's why DAKEN loves this lifestyle. It's like, it's so flashy. It's so fake. It's perfect, you know? So much of DAKEN's outer veneer is just fakeness. DAKEN had a car just like this. That's what I'm saying. Johnny says this is a $100,000 car. How does DAKEN have this? That bitch be having money. He's like, I told you, Miguel. I was visiting leukemia patients on the other side of town. Why does nobody believe I do this stuff? He's like, because the twins already posted pictures on their website, Johnny. Johnny was hanging out with Playboy bunnies. If you know anything about like the early to mid 2000s, Playboy bunnies were like the original OnlyFans girls. You know, it was in the Playboy magazine. So he was hanging out and having sex with Playboy girls. He was liking that too. That's what I mean. Look at him. This is one aspect of Johnny's life. Okay, this is not all of Johnny. This is definitely stuff that he engages in. This is not his whole life. This is not who Johnny is, but this is definitely a part of him. You know, this is Johnny at the point in his life where he stopped trying. This is it. That's what I said. I said Johnny stopped trying. This is him. He had stopped trying in life. Look, he didn't give a shit about that girl. Look at him hooking up with Playboy girls the next day. He stopped trying in life. You know, he's like, I can't have love. Well, I'll have everything else. Can't have love. I'll ditch the car and get down to the studio. He's like, are you nuts? I can't just park $100,000 car. What if somebody scratches it? What if some fat chick breathes on it and jinxes me? You don't like fat girls. This was like this is like 2009. Fat girls were not a thing. Thick girls are not. Johnny don't want them fatties. He wants them models. He wants them bitches. You know, he had them Playboy bunnies, you know, and they posted on their social media. They took pictures with them. He banged them after. So funny. So J-Storm. Johnny, this is a red beard dude. He had to get here next minute. He's late. They got to go on and play the band. And they're like, Johnny, if you don't get here, start singing. He's like, all right, I'll ditch the car. I want you to know those girls were very, very ill. He's lying. Those girls were not ill. He's basically lying. He's saying that he went to like, you know, those children hospitals and stuff like that. He's lying. He just went to go have sex with Playboy bunnies at the Playboy bunny house, at the Playboy mansion. This mofo. He gets attacked. He gets really upset. Oh my God, look at the coat. He gets really upset because that's his car. Anyway, I think this is it for him and the girl. She ends up going back to her planet or something. Here she is. He was upset at her. He's like, Cindy, you friggin' bunny boiler. You out of your mind? You don't have someone's car trashed just because they dumped you? Completely insane, you bitch. She's like, oh, Johnny, it's all about you, isn't it? That is the thing about Johnny. It really is always about him. He's a very selfish character. Even with him and DAKEN, it's all about him. It's all about how DAKEN makes him feel, you know? He is very selfish in a way. It is always about him. She ain't lying when she says that, you know? Johnny wouldn't like if I said that. What's he saying here? Oh, please, just call the cops and get as far away as possible. I don't want anyone getting hurt. I really don't like his hair. I could look the other way when it was robbing banks. But you were risking lives back there. This should hold you till I take care of Cindy. Shut your ass up. City car. City bus. Freaking amateurs. Johnny, I can't believe you just wanted me for sex. He's so ugly. Is that Galactus? Duh, you dumbass. Can't you see, Johnny? It's Galactus. I think the story is pretty much over with this girl. They ended up going back. The story actually, like I said about Hickman, he's such a good writer. He ended up picking this story up again. Johnny, please, you have to put this in perspective. They were like using his energies or some bullshit like that. Whatever. So that's it for that girl. You know. But you see how Johnny operates in the world. Agatha Harkness came back. See how Johnny operates in the world. Everything's fun and games until he has to think about it. DAKEN started making him think about things. You know. DAKEN started making him think about things. Hold on, this is too long. Let me pause.